welcome to...
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year. And big welcome to our first real live class for the new year 2023. So obviously we want to know who's watching, where are you watching in from, and obviously we might as well start off, what's the feckin' weather like in your part of the country? Because I have to say, in Dublin it's been absolutely shite. Pure shite, absolute shite, downright shite. The rain has just been lashing in for the last few days, an absolute disaster. So give us an idea, what's the weather like around the country? Where are you watching in from? If there's anybody watching from a sunny part of the world, let us know, make us mad jealous. Now the whole idea of tonight's class is how to revamp up your Christmas wreath. It's your Christmas Door Wreath. So obviously today's the 11th of January, and while we're on the 11th of January, somebody has a big birthday today. So big happy birthday to Sinead Robertson. So Sinead is our younger sister, only by a couple of years now, I have to say. She doesn't look younger than us, does she, Deirdre?
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't, no, but she is. She's a good few years younger than us. And she's celebrating her 21st, 21st plus the VAT, okay? Her 48th birthday this evening. I'm not sure if she's watching in, so she's like,
well, I hope she's not, that she's out having dinner somewhere nice.
Absolutely. Instead of sitting in watching our live, how to revamp up your Christmas story. But she listen, she'll be tuned in later
Okay,
on.
Jeanette, the weather seems to be shite everywhere. Chapter 2 says the weather is feckin' shite in Cork.
How are you, Matthew? How are you?
Emma Rose is watching. We Are Queen Bee says it's shite in Manchester too. And it's shite in Galway. And it's sunny in Cave Creek, Arizona, 56 degrees.
You're making us mad jealous, you are. Go way out of that.
Let me see. Loads of happy birthdays for Sinead is coming in. It's shite in Essex as well. Let me see. It's shite and cold here in Essex as well. Somebody on Facebook is in Essex as well too. And let me see. Patricia over on YouTube. Patricia's always on YouTube and keeping me noticed there. Wishing Sinead a happy birthday.
So big thanks there for everybody. So we are going to have some giveaways this evening. So you have to listen closely, because you know me, I make up the questions as we go along. So revamping up your door wreath. Most of you probably took them down 6th of January, but you listen, we waited till the 11th of January. When we were kids, it was my dad's birthday on the 8th of December. Listen to dates that I'm saying tonight, by the way. Hint, tip. So my dad's birthday is on the 8th of December, and it was always tradition when we were children that we put up the decorations for Dad's birthday. Now as we're older and we have our own families, we normally put them up for the toy show. But when we were kids, 8th of December, believe it or not, was classed as being early to put up your decorations. And then it was Sinead's birthday, our sister, on the 11th of January, and we always took the decorations down on the 11th of January, and we always went to Funderland. I don't even know whether Funderland is still around. But we only took our door wreaths down today, and that's why yesterday we came on live and we said, let's do a class how to revamp your door wreath. So this isn't going to be a spring wreath, because it's a little bit early for spring. It's just to hang up something on your door to save you having to clean the glass on your door, which is probably what I'm doing, because my door is absolutely filthy. It's also a way of recycling, you know, that sort of way, being a little bit more sustainable. So all the materials that were wired into your bases, they can all be pulled out. That came out without the wire on it. I actually see it was glued in. So this was a demonstration wreath that we did back on the 15th of November, okay? As I said, listen closely to notes here, dates here tonight. And people were asking us at the time about gluing fresh foliage into wreaths, okay? And one of the live classes that we did back on the 15th of November was how to glue garden foliage. And what we did at the time was we glued in the silver Sussex, we glued in the black pittosporum, you know, the town thumb, and we glued in some eucalyptus. Here we are over this side, some eucalyptus into a spruce wreath. And we were showing how you could glue materials on. But if you remember at the time, the glue gun gave up halfway through the live show. So some of the materials I ended up having to wire in, okay? So you can see them particular orange slices there, they're actually wired in. So any of the material that you're going to recycle, pull them all off. Okay, so there's a lotus head, and that one is wired. Now, you may like to reuse the wires again, but when they're bent and crooked like so, it's nearly impossible to get them into the frame, you know, at the end of the year, like for Christmas 2023. So you're better off like straightening out the wire, removing it, putting that in your box, you know what I mean, pack them away with your Christmas decorations. But rather than throwing the wire out, this is something I'll show you how to use later on in the month, okay? Where I will fresh moss, and I'll be using an item called mossing pins. And this is where I show you at the class how you can cut up pieces of wire and bend them over and make your own mossing pins. So when you're revamping and removing all the material from your door wreaths, don't throw out your wires, okay? I want you to cut them all up into about, 4 centimetres, roughly 2 inches, you know. Bend them over in half like I have there. Don't worry that one leg is a little bit longer than the other. And the best way to store these is, you know, one of them little plastic Tupperware Chinese boxes, you know, the takeaway boxes. So get yourself Chinese tonight, keep the little box off it, and then use that to store all your wires in.
It's all about reuse, recycle, you know, keep things as sustainable. Don't be just throwing the plastics in the bin and the wires in the bin.
So again, you can see where our whole line's there. It's just removing the wires. And again, what I want you to do is cut up all them wires and make some mossing pins. But then the whole lines, they can all then be stored. Now, when you go to remove some of the orange slices, like because this has been outdoors, this wreath was on the door, they're actually soft and they're kind of like, you know, soggy. So what I want you to do is when you remove the wire is to dry them out. And the best way to dry them out is put them on a piece of greaseproof paper or tin foil and place them in the oven, dry them out and then store them. If you store them when they're wet and kind of like damp like that, what will happen is they'll go mildewed. But they will be absolute, if you let them dry out, even if you don't put them in the oven, put them on your radiator. So again, just put a bit of foil on the top of your radiator cover, place them all there, they'll all dry out with the heat of the house, they'll be absolutely fine, and then you can pack them all away and they can all be reused next year.
What date did you say you made that course?
So this one was the 15th of November, okay, so that particular one, and it's just to show you how well the material lasted, especially all the extra material that I added on, you know, like that was glued on, not wired on, and again, no water source at all. 15th of November for that one. Now, that was Deirdre's one. My own one, you know that way, and this one is very, very tatty looking, and you might say, God, Janette, are you not embarrassed to state this wreath? It did look nice at the time. It is absolutely as dead as a doornail, okay? This one was made on the 20th of October. Listen to our dates. 20th of October, okay? And I did this as a demonstration, an online step-by-step tutorial for our Christmas online program. That's why it was done so early. And you know, I fell in love with it on the day. The door at home was pure dusty. I needed a good clean. And I said, listen, lash that onto the door there. And nearer Christmas, I'll make a brand new one. But I never got around to it. Never got to make a new one. So I've actually taken that one down today, 11th of January. What date is today? And it's Sinead's birthday. Anything to say there, Deirdre?
Oh my God, there's loads of people tuning in. Can I just say, yeah, generally the weather was somebody on from Greece and the weather is a little bit warmer there. But in general, the weather is shite. Lots of people. Jackie is on saying delighted to hear us back. Let me see. We've loads of people watching on Instagram, on Facebook, guys. Yeah,
because this is our first official live back. You know what I mean? Since last year, we really need to. You know the algorithm. The algorithm is like this fucking thorn in your side. Okay, from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. You name it, okay? The algorithm is out there to stop people seeing you. So what we need you to do is click share. By you just share, just click and share, it does absolutely nothing. Shares it to your page. It makes the algorithm, it's like it gives it a kick in the arse, you know, that way, gets it going, and then it lets Facebook get our page and our videos kind of out there kind of more in the public. So do us a massive big favour. Go and click share while you're watching.
And on Instagram, you can't share it when we're doing live, but you could tag somebody maybe, tag somebody underneath.
Do something. Thumbs up, smiley face, love hearts, you know that way. Like the algorithm loves to get interaction. So by you interacting with our page, even tagging somebody, maybe one of your friends that loves flowers or loves door wreaths, whatever, and you said, you know what, you missed this mad bitch, she's on again there tonight. So what do we need? So when you've recycled up your base and you've removed all the material, there you have your dried out kind of spruce base. So what I want you to do is get a roll of real wire or mossing wire. And remember, we're going to have a giveaway this evening. And the giveaway is going to be a door wreath making kit, okay? So like most of the materials, all of the materials actually that you're going to need, except obviously all the foliage, you know what I mean, will be part of this kit. Well, I can send you my dead door wreath if you want. So, but like for anybody that hasn't got a Christmas door wreath, why haven't you? But just for anyone that hasn't, look, we're going to send out the materials as a giveaway. You have to be listening to the dates that I've been giving out.
Gail is watching from Canada and she says that she still has her one up on her door in Fraser Valley, British Columbia in Canada. There's actually quite a few people still have their wreath up on their door, which is great.
Probably like those lazy as sin.
Over on TikTok, sorry, I just have to say it because we have Ashuni is watching in from Poland.
Hiya, Ashuni. How are you? We're probably saying your name wrong. So here we have our real wire. I'm just going to grip that with my thumb at the back. I'm flattening in the spruce, and you can see then the way I'm going to wrap the real wire around it. So what I'm now going to do is basically make this into a base, okay? But we're using the actual Christmas spruce itself as being our base. Now the thing is, if you've been watching, you've never seen this obviously being done, but if you've been watching me in the past, you know that way, you'll see me making the bases, and I make them out of fresh moss, I make them out of straw, I've made them out of pussy willow, I've made them out of eucalyptus branches, what else have I made them out of? You know what I mean? Q-presses.
Q-press,
you know
yeah.
I've used loads and lots of different materials, and a lot of them videos are actually on YouTube. But I know there's people watching there tonight, and they're saying, God, they haven't got a base like what I'm using here this evening, so what could they do? So the thing is, this is another promise. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it tomorrow or Friday, okay? But one of the mornings, I'm going to do a demonstration live class like today, but showing you how to make a base using straw, okay? And the straw that you'll need, or that you can buy, is from a pet shop, unless you live in the country and there's now a farmer in the field and he has loads of bales of straw, well then you could use that instead, okay? Otherwise, go to your local pet shop, buy a bag of straw that you give to your rabbit or your chickens, and that'll do the job, okay?
Fiona, Jeanette wants to know, do we cover on Module 1 how to make door wreaths?
We don't cover door wreaths on Module 1, and the reason being that we do lots of these classes free, and over on YouTube I have all these videos all posted for free, and they'll absolutely cost you nothing. But like with our Module 1, it's more about commercial flower arranging, making profit, making money, how many flowers you're going to use, where can you buy all your flowers. Now obviously we supply everything for you, and you will, as part of your course, you'll get a fresh delivery of flowers direct from Holland. By the way, I'm just going to run this a second time just to kind of tighten it up there a little bit more. But like when your course is finished, you need to know, where can I buy them wholesale, about getting your trade card with your wholesaler, about registering for VAT, about claiming VAT back, about making arrangements, how many flowers you're going to use, what's it going to cost you to make, the techniques of making them, what are you going to sell it at. So as you can see, there's quite a lot covered. So that would be our commercial course, and believe it or not, that's all covered at beginner's level, plus lots more. So our next beginner's Module 1 is starting on the 18th of January. You don't have to remember that date unless you're booking onto the course, but the 18th of January is when the next Module 1, and we've actually started posting out the kits already. So I'll just show you, so I'll just slip off camera there for a second. So these are the kits, one leg see the address. But these are the kits there that we post out to the students. That's all ready to go. Stamp and all is on it. And everything is in that box material-wise, what the student will need for Module 1. And then 10 days into the programme, they get a massive big box of fresh flowers direct from Holland delivered to your whole door. Okay.
Lisa is asking, where can you buy the wire and that's been used just now? Is it a certain size of wire?
So this is a 14-inch frame that I'm using here today. 12 inches absolutely perfect. It's just that this particular wreath was made on a 14-inch one. And part of our giveaway, forgot your name, listen, Lisa, enter the competition later on, and you never know, you could win. You can win all the materials.
What date did you say you made the first wreath?
First wreath was made on the 15th of November.
15th of November.
Second wreath, oh sorry, I'm not saying that wrong, scrap that. First wreath was made on the 20th of October.
Okay,
Second
perfect.
wreath was made on 15th of November.
Avril says, I have a wreath made of moss base with fir on top. Should I take it back to moss base or use
No,
it?
do exactly what I'm after doing there. So is wrap the fir onto the base, you know, that way, and it just makes it nice and solid, okay? I'm not going to cut the wire because I'm now going to go straight on to actually adding the material. So before we come in there this evening, and as you know, it's shite in Dublin. Weather is shite, it's lashing rain, peeing rain as we call it. Sometimes we use other words as well. But fair play to Deirdre. She went out to her back garden and she cut back lots of different types of foliages. So we have a huge selection here tonight. Not all these bunches have the varieties in it. But the red robin, is David Doyle watching tonight?
I haven't seen him in, but you know who is watching? It's Chris Fox says, wishing Happy New Year from the UK.
Chris, how are you? I haven't talked to you in ages. Hope you're keeping well. So David Doyle down in County Kerry, I always think of red robin. He was on to me one day about red robin, and sure, I imagined a red robin bird. And of course, the two of us were on completely different wavelengths, and he was talking about his bush, and his bush needing to be trimmed. So this is the red robin foliage, not very red at the moment. This would be our wild ivy, and you can see like the seed heads on it at the moment. I love this. euonymus. You know, always think of anonymous, you know, that way. So when you're sending a Valentine card, you're anonymous. And this is euonymus, and beautiful foliage, and our black pittosporum, which I showed you earlier. That's brilliant for drying out. So all of these foliages are great lasting foliage. And then all you have to do, because I have that one attached on there, is get your roller reel wire and then just wrap it around the ends there a couple of times and then put it back off. And that's what I done before the class actually started this evening, was I made all these little bunches up. But we also have, like Deirdre had some viburnum in flower. So you can see there's little bits of viburnum in it. I trimmed my eucalyptus this evening, and I brought in some little bits of offcuts of eucalyptus, and I'm not sure what else is there. If I come across something different, but basically,
there's some the thing that gets the blue flower on it.
Oh, ceanothus.
Yeah, that's in it.
Ceanothus on the wall. That's how you remember the name of that. So our ceanothus, wild ivy,
viburnum,
eucalyptus, red robin, viburnum, black pittosporum. So they're all the selections that we're using this evening. Now, if you don't have all them selections, in the comments I'm going to put Deirdre's address and her air code, and just bring your own scissors.
And as you walk through the house, you have to clean it up as you're walking through it. Emma Rose says she's here watching buckets and listening to us. Great lasting wreaths. They absolutely are.
Them wreaths, scrubbing them buckets. Remember, a bucket is not clean enough for your flowers unless you can drink out of it yourself.
Okay, just a couple of questions here, Janette. You can start away there. Julie.
I'll just explain what I'm doing here.
Go on.
So what we're going to do is rest the bunches onto the base, okay, on a 45-degree angle, sticking out from the base. So that's really, really important, okay? So when you're placing them on, rather than placing them directly onto it, place them on a 45-degree angle. And then the roller reel wire is catching around the end of the bunches where I wrap the reel wire onto them. So there's my second bunch on, and then there's my third bunch on. And you can see like how far I get around with just even that amount of foliage already. Now to make it that little bit bushier, then what I do is I place foliage to the inside, you see like that there, and I'm purposely picking some of the bunches with the viburnum on it, you know that way, just to make it, you see that little bit chunkier and that little bit fuller. And again, we get another one and we add that one in there. So I have 5 bunches on so far, and that just kind of gives you an idea how chunky and how full it has made the door wreath so far.
What date did you say the first wreath was made?
First wreath was made on the 20th of October.
Okay, Julie wants to know, if I pay for the hand-tied course, does it include materials to make the bouquet up?
So if you're doing the standalone, so we have what we call standalone online courses, and then we have our professional online programs, okay? And there's a huge difference between them. The classes themselves is similar. So yeah, with the hand-tied course, it's exactly the same hand-tied tutorial as we include as part of Module 2. But on Module 2, you get all the flowers, you get all the materials, you know, like whether it be the boxes to sell, the brown paper, the organza, the hand-tied string, and so on. And you get the access to the bloom room, which is where you get all your support, and you get one-to-one access to your tutor on WhatsApp. So that's all included as part of your Module 2 program. And remember, the hand-tied bouquet course is only one tutorial of Module 2. Like we also have, say, lots of sympathy tributes and funeral sprays and coffin sprays and you name it and so on. But when you do the hand-tied bouquet as a standalone, we don't supply the flowers, we don't supply the materials, you don't have one-to-one WhatsApp, you don't have a bloom room, do you know the way? It's standalone, basically you're doing it yourself. Now obviously we do provide exactly what list of materials you will need, you know what I mean, because when we're doing the classes, there's nothing as bad as trying to copy something and you haven't got the same materials. Do you ever watch like Ready Steady Cook on the telly and you're saying, God, yeah, I'd love to do that, or I would be able to do it, only I don't have vanilla essence. Who the feck has vanilla essence in their fridge or their presses? Or what else would be unusual? Ginger, like whoever has ginger, fresh ginger, do you know that way? And you're looking at these, and if somebody out there probably has got, there's always one out there probably has got vanilla essence in our press and probably has fresh ginger. But you know what I mean? It's awful hard to copy these programs if you don't have the materials. So that's what we make our courses that little bit different. Well, when you do your online program with K's Flower School, we give you all the materials. So we send out the vanilla essence, we send out the ginger, we send out
There's
the
loads of
fresh
people
chopped
saying that
parsley.
they have ginger and vanilla essence in their fridge, Janette. We're the odd ones.
Must be me, must be. I'd only have dry parsley in my press.
Okay, just sorry, a couple of more questions. Every flower ranger needs a Deirdre. I don't know about that. That was Julie, let me see. I have a moss-based wreath. Should I add greenery to that?
No, you could actually just make it straight onto the moss base. And during my class, and I'll show you how to make it directly on the base. So straw could be used instead of moss. Now, I'm not sure what day I'm going to do it. Because I have something on and I'm not sure if it's on Thursday or Friday. But I tell you what I'll do. If you're commenting underneath here, and even if you're just giving me a thumbs up or a smiley face or tagging, I'll put a link, I'll respond to you later on tomorrow, and I'll let you know exactly when I'm going to come on live, you know that way, and then I'll make it easy for you. Now, just show you so far, this is what I've done, and remember, it's cost me absolutely nothing because everything is out of Deirdre's garden, besides the bit of eucalyptus that I brought over. And it'll cost you nothing because I'm going to give you Deirdre's air code. That's part of the giveaway, isn't it?
It is.
And you get all your free greenery as well.
Viv Bradford is on. She says, see now, if I had been asked to make my own Christmas wreath, I could have done this with a lovely box of foliage from BJ Richards. So Viv is over in the UK. So BJ Richards is
it's obviously where you can buy fresh foliage over in the UK. So if there's any of our UK followers are watching, take note of that company. So it means then if you want to maybe make up your own door wreath, and also you can't come over to Deirdre's Gardens, you know that. And the ones in Kerry, should use can't. It'd be too far for you to come up as well. So what you could do is you could buy in the greenery yourself, you know that way. So that's great. Fair play to Viv. Viv runs the Floristry Coach over on Facebook. It's a brilliant Facebook page. And again, if anybody's watching there, Viv, if you tag the Floristry Coach, and it's an ideal group for anybody who is a floristry student, an experienced florist, a trainee florist, a retired florist, a wannabe florist, you know, so anybody who's in training as a florist or whatever, ideal group to join, definitely recommend it, and she'll cost you nothing. And she'll Viv is brilliant, she is. She'll give you her air code of her garden.
Top tips here, Mary O'Brien says, keep your fresh ginger in the fridge and you'll always have it.
Ginger nut biscuits is about as close to ginger now that I would actually get.
Eileen Morgan says, I do have vanilla essence, but she uses the ginger from Aldi. Jesus, where is this going? Somebody is saying on TikTok, this may be a stupid question, but are you reusing the wreath originally made in October?
Yeah, I'm using, no, it's not October, sorry, the 15th of November one. So I'm using the one 15th of November, sorry.
What type of eucalyptus are you using? Black and white cat over on Instagram.
Oh.
I think it's gunny eye eucalyptus is what you have grown in your garden.
Not too sure. Sorry about that.
Valerie is tuning in from Pennsylvania. Amanda says, my wreath is falling apart. Pines are falling off the bucket.
You didn't get them from Case Blair School. You see, you bought a shite wreath. You got a little one. I'm only flagging. You do find it's all down to the spruces that they use, where we buy our wreaths in from Irish Green guys down in Kerry, and you can't beat the Kerry fellas. And James down there, Viv might be able to help me out here with the variety, you know what I mean, of Nobilis. Sorry, I'm a bit stuck on it at the moment. You might be able to help me out. But whatever variety of Nobilis he has, you know what I mean, it's just brilliant. It sheds a little bit, but nothing like, you know, the way some of the cheaper ones do. So
Sue Blackburn says, BJ Richards are great. She loves their flowers and their foliage over in the UK. Anna Mara says, I have a garden full of holly in buckets left, not prickly. Anyone welcome.
There we go. Put her air code in the comments there. Thanks there, Leah.
Valerie says she loves an all green wreath. Can't wait for our bushes to get into spring.
If your bushes need to be trimmed, nothing. Oh, I just made me appointment with me waxing. not getting my bush trimmed. Now we're just, that's a bit too personal, isn't it? TMI, too much information. I'm just on my last one or two pieces, okay? So when you're adding in these last pieces, if you kind of add them in kind of like vertical rather than actually on a slant, you know that way. So instead of the 45-degree angle, add them in kind of vertical. And when you're adding in the wire, or when you're wrapping the wire around, like wiggle the wire in between the foliage leaves so that you don't actually flatten the material down. And we often call that the wiggle and the wangle technique. And I was laughing there, one of our students, can't remember her name, she sent on a little video to me, a little WhatsApp video, and her little boy, his name was Tom, I remember it was Tom because same name as my own husband, and Tom was about 3 or 4 or whatever, and he was helping his mum making a door wreath, and here he was with the wire, and she, of course this is in the video, and she says, well, what are you doing? And he says, I'm wiggling and I'm wangling the wire, you know that way, where he'd obviously been listening to the tutorials, or maybe she told him to.
Chris Fox says he's available anytime to trim.
Oh, absolutely, you can trim my bush anytime, Chris.
Adele Sullivan on Facebook, she has Christmas bases left over. She has a few. If anyone is interested, look for her comment on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or Adele posted over in the Flowery Fun group.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So there she's giving them away, she is. So there is our door wreath, you know, that way, greened up out of all foliage, out of the garden, using our revamped up, you know, that way, Christmas door wreath. And all I need is a ribbon to tie it up with.
Okay, well, you're working.
Yeah,
I'll get the ribbon.
you pass me a kit there, and I look, the chances are there's a roll of ribbon in the kit.
There is.
So I'm just cutting the real wire at the back, okay? And then I'm going to hook the wire and just stick it back down into the base there, just so it won't catch anybody's hand. Now, our giveaway this evening, we'll think of the question. First question is, what date is Sinead's birthday? What date is Sinead's birthday? Remember Sinead, our baby sister, who's 21 plus the VAT. If you get the right date there, Deirdre will pick one randomly. Okay?
Randomly pick.
And you're going to get one of these free door wreath kits. So start commenting underneath there, what date is Sinead's birthday? You can comment as many times as you want. So for whoever wins the prize, that gets the right date, okay?
Okay, we have one winner on Instagram, and it's Caroline_87.
We have another one now in a minute. So Caroline, send us an email, info@kaysflowerschool.com, and we'll post your kit out to you today. It's today, obviously, is Sinead's birthday, the 11th of January. Second question, what date did we buy the very, very first Christmas wreaths in? The spruce wreaths from Irish Green Guys in Kerry. What date did we buy the very first one? And again, you're going to get one of these kits. So in the kit, somebody's going to get an opened one, is you're going to get a roll of organza, okay? These normally are different colours, by the way, so when we open the bag, you won't know what colour is in the bag. This one happened to have a green one, which is perfect for what I want to do.
Okay, we have a winner on YouTube, and it's Jennifer Morgan.
Okay, Jennifer, send us an email, info@kaysflowerschool.com, and we'll post you out your door wreath kit. You probably get this one with the open one in it. So what I'm going to do with our organza is kind of like hook it in through here, bring it through, kind of hidden under the green wreath. There's our two little leaves there. I'm going to tie them into a knot. Are we going to have a third giveaway?
Actually, we'll have to have one. We have to give Facebook one.
Okay.
So we've had Instagram, we've had YouTube, so we have to do it on Facebook next.
So our third question is, this is a hard one, guys. I'm not going to go by the one we were going. What date is my dad's birthday? Well, you're listening. Do you remember I said we kids, we used to put our decorations, our Christmas tree and our Christmas decorations up on my dad's birthday? Now that is a tricky one. I fooled you there, because you probably all thought, what date did I buy the second door wreath in on? I'm not going to ask that question. What date is my dad's birthday? So all our followers will know. I'll give you a hint. If there's any good Catholics watching, it's a holy day. It's a holy day in Ireland, okay? So there we have our organza is cut through there, and then just tie the two of them together into a knot. You can give it a little trim, little handle on it to carry it home. Might hang this back up on my door to cover the dusty door. And there we have our fresh foliage wreath, which cost us absolutely zero.
And we have a winner on Facebook.
Who knew the answer?
Olive Murphy. Actually, loads of them did. Olive Murphy is the winner on Facebook.
Okay, Olive, send us on your email address, or sorry, your postal address, info@kaysflowerschool.com. And what else is in the bag? So you're going to get a roll of organza. You're going to get 3 of these wire rings, so you'll be able to make your own door wreath. And if you join in, and remember, I'll comment underneath and I'll tell you exactly when I'm going to do it. I'll show you how to make a a straw base on it. You're going to get a bunch of wires in case you need to wire anything. I haven't done it yet, but remember you've 3 of them, so I'm going to do loads of this sort of style. And you're going to get your own roll of real wire. So that's a brilliant prize. So 3 of you are getting that tonight. 1 of you is getting an open one. Okay, so we're going to get them off in the post first thing in the morning. So you must email me this evening, okay? No point in emailing me tomorrow. It's too late, okay? Snooze, you lose. Listen, are you sharing? Are they click and share? Are they? Remember I said about the algorithm with Instagram, Facebook and YouTube? Like, we really need everybody out there to click share and get the word out there that Kays Flower School, the girls are back.
We're back.
Back in action we are. Our first module, module 1, is starting next Wednesday week, next Wednesday the 18th of January. We've still places available on it. If anybody has any questions or interested in joining, remember, if you're working or you're employed, self-employed, you're entitled to a grant, okay, €200. And if you're unemployed, on social welfare, carers allowance, job seekers, disability, one-legged allowance, whatever allowance. It's raining in Ireland allowance. If you're on a social welfare allowance, you'll actually get the course for free. Drop us an email, info@caseflourschool.com.
Okay, let me see. Carol says, that's fabulous, girls. Deirdre better leave the guard dog out tonight. And Lisa said, can you buy mixed foliage from companies in Ireland that she has a concrete garden?
Yeah, you can. There is companies.
Your flower shops.
Yeah, and your local flower shop would organise a mixed bunch for you. If you comment what area that you're in, I might know a flower shop beside you. Like I know Flower Pop up in Inchicore, she makes bunches of greenery. There's loads of them. There's actually loads of shops around that would do that for you.
It's actually stopped here now in London. I presume she means the rain has stopped. Valerie says she loves your demos. Absolutely gorgeous. Angela's saying it's that only in Ireland. I presume she means the funding. Nadine Reid is watching. She said one-legged allowance.
We're running out of things to talk about, Nadine. I never work on exposing. There is funding for the UK students, and it's actually on our website. So if you go to our website, caseflourschool.com, down the end of the page, you'll kind of see like little buttons down there, funding. Click on the funding, and all the information there for the UK is there as well.
And somebody had asked, do we post the kits to the States? Yes, we do. If you're thinking of doing module 1 next week, get on to us ASAP, because we need to get the kits into post.
All the UK kits are already gone into post, and we already have people from the States on the course next week, and their kits actually they actually have them already. We sent them out. But the fresh flower delivery is not till 10 days into the programme, so absolutely no panic there.
Maria Deborah wants to know how long will that wreath last?
You seen the one that from the 15th of November, Marie, that I had glued the foliage on, the silver Sussex, the ivy, the black pittosporum and the eucalyptus, and it was absolutely perfect. You know, that way it looked great. So and that was 15th November, 15th of December, nearly the 15th of January.
Yeah.
So that's like 7.5, 8 weeks. So at that stage, she'd be ready for the spring wreath, the Easter wreath, the Mother's Day wreath. So listen, we'll be thrown in St. Patrick's Day wreaths and Valentine wreaths. We're back on a roll here, girls, okay? We need to get the word out there about Case Flower School. We're depending on you, so please click share. We really
And the more shares we get, the more lives we come on and do.
And the more giveaways we have.
Yes.
Okay, listen, thanks a million everybody for joining. Hope you enjoyed tonight's class. I'm absolutely starving, so Tom, stick on me dinner in the microwave. I'll be home soon. And talk to you all either tomorrow morning or Friday morning. I'll give you notice and I'll let you know when I'm going to be back live again. See you all. Thanks a million.